2024 naval war blockbuster Silent Fleet officially aired. It's as good as Hunter Killer in terms of spectacle. The story begins with the Seabat, the newest nuclear submarine built with Japanese funds. Although the submarine was built with Japanese funds, they had to turn it over to the US 7th Fleet. But the captain of the submarine is still Shiro Kaida of the Japanese ship Yamanami. This probably means that Japan contributes weapons and men, but all actions must be at the behest of the US Army. Before the submarine test sailed, Shiro Kaida asked the colonel who was traveling with them to have his own crew do a final inspection of the submarine. Although the US Army had already done a thorough inspection, it was not too much to ask for the crew to inspect their own boat, so the colonel agreed to do it. Unbeknownst to him, it was the seemingly normal inspection that played a major role in the later confrontation of the US carrier fleet by Shiro Kaida. A few days later, the submarine officially sailed to the Pacific Ocean to conduct military exercises with the US Army, except for the American colonel, who traveled with them as an advisor. All the other men on board were under the command of Shiro Kaida. This time they will travel for about 5 hours to join the American submarine Key West. Then they'll surface and cruise alongside them for 30 minutes. Then they'll head west back to the US port in Japan. Even though it seemed like a simple mission, it turned out that in the end the colonel got to see Shiro Kaida single-handedly take on the entire American 7th Fleet with this submarine. Soon they were approaching the target. Shiro Kaida and his men had the feeling that there were more submarines waiting for them than just the Key West. There must be other submarines ambushing them, trying to catch their sound patterns. Then sonar detected a target approaching. They analyzed the acoustic pattern and found that it was the attack submarine Kavist. This made the colonel wonder how advanced this submarine of theirs was, that it had detected the target before the US forces. Shiro Kaida then asked his men to open the active sonar. The result was just as they expected. In addition to the Key West, there were 2 other submarines in the vicinity. They were also nuclear submarines of the US 7th Fleet. Seeing this, Shiro Kaida decided to give them a wake-up call, but the colonel didn't understand what he meant. When the colonel asked, he immediately told the weapons officer to prepare torpedo number 8. Hearing that order, the colonel was so shocked and confused that he rushed to stop him. But at this point Shiro Kaida didn't take him seriously at all. He directly told his men to quickly fire a torpedo after locking onto the target.